We are live here on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic. And tonight we are here to preview and predict WWE 2016 Fastlane. And Fastlane is going to be on pay-per-view this Sunday, as you guys can see right there, because this Sunday is February 21st.
No, it's
And
not.
tonight, that's a lie. Is that true?
That is completely untrue.
That is completely untrue. And I felt like doing the predictions this way. This changing it up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But tonight was the go home show of for Fastlane on Monday Night Raw, and this show was not the best. Like, oh man, there was not much memorable stuff about this show. But let's get started with these predictions. So, whoops. Skip the first thing. So first thing we're going to be talking about is the Peep Show. Well, Edge and Christian are going to be doing their show, and their guests are going to be The New Day. DJ, what's your thoughts on this? What are you predicting that's going to come out of this?
It's obviously going to be entertaining. I guess I don't need my lower third anymore. It's obviously going to be entertaining. But I'm just upset that we're not going to see a tag team title match. Just because I like the tag team title matches. I just think because it's not like they couldn't do this and the tag team title match. What would be great is instead of putting a match on the pre-show, stupid WWE, why don't you put this on the pre-show? So then you got something that's entertaining going into the pay-per-view. I just think that would be something they could definitely do. I don't know why they didn't do that instead of moving the U.S. title match to the pre-show. But anyway, I think obviously this is going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun to watch. Obviously these guys have they do good things together. They have fun together. And it's definitely funny to watch. But I don't know. I'm just upset that there's no tag team title match for this pay-per-view. It would be different if they were setting up something for WrestleMania already, but they're not. So they're just going to end up throwing something together, like they're doing with the Wyatt family and Big Show and Kane and whoever else. I just think it's real stupid that they're just throwing stuff together now, going into the biggest pay-per-view of the year coming up in a little over a month.
Yeah, a month and a half about. But Casey, what's your thoughts?
They're gonna have to throw the entire show together because everyone's injured. So.
I get that, but everyone's been injured for so long now. It's not like everybody got injured yesterday. Cena's been injured for at least a month. Rollins has been injured for 2 months, 3 months now.
3 months.
Cesaro's been injured for a while. It's not like they haven't known.
Tyson Cage's been injured for a while. There's a lot of people injured there.
But my thing is, it's no excuse. Like we already knew. We've known they've been injured. We could have booked the show better than this.
But it's WWE. What do you expect? But this is gonna be entertaining. Edge and Christian obviously are going to punk out the New Day so bad that they get so humiliated that they actually have to break up. And it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. That's my prediction. They're just going to be so embarrassed that the New Day is going to have to break up.
Casey, I got a question for you. Why do you want the New Day to break up so bad? Because I'm just wondering, because Big E was the only relevant guy in this group before this. So why would breaking them up now obviously would help. But what makes you think? Makes you think that they're going to be relevant?
Okay, they're not going to break up. What's going to happen is they're going to realize that Big E is fat. He's fat. And, they're going to kick him out of the New Day.
Because, God forbid, somebody be a little bigger and come out there and wrestle. Racist.
It's not a racist thing. I think he is a beautiful beautiful man.
I thought you
But
were gonna say beautiful chocolate man, and I was gonna have to reference White Chicks. I was excited.
I was gonna say beautiful chocolate mastodon, but I thought that might be a little bit weird. But he is a beautiful chocolate mastodon, and I feel like he could do better things away from the. I mean, he could go to TNA, and he could be EC3's new bodyguard. That is what could happen. Yeah,
That's what can happen.
yeah.
Well, my thoughts on this is I think it's going to be very entertaining. But there's not really any prediction for it because it's in a match, and I agree with DJ. There should be a tag team titles match on here, but like, who is the New Day's going to face? They're not really. They can't really face Useless because they've been facing them for a long time. They can't really face
Turmoil. We
tag
talked
team
about this.
turmoil. Yeah, we did talk about this, like on the
And so, yes.
In-Zone Big Cast. Well, speaking of In-Zone Big Cast, they've been, wrestling on, dark matches on Raws and SmackDown. So, it's due for eventually for them to be called to the main roster. I mean, but there's not really anybody for the New Day to face here. So I understand why they're doing this segment here. And this maybe should be on the, no, actually, this should be on the pre-show, but it's not going to be, which I don't understand why, because you can have Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio on the actual card, have a match on that card, but I just don't understand. But I think this is going to be entertaining, and it's going to be fun to watch, and the New Day, they're going to do some shenanigans, and, it's just going to be cool to see, but that's pretty much all I have to say about that. But the first match we're going to be talking about is on the kickoff. We have Kalisto defending the United States Championship against Alberto Del Rio, and I'm pretty sure it's in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, the storyline behind this match, pretty much, Kalisto, he beat Alberto Del Rio on a Raw, and then, Del Rio got the title back on a SmackDown, and then Kalisto won the championship back at the Royal Rumble. And this is Alberto Del Rio's rematch clause here, which, this is going to be a good match, but I'm kind of getting tired of this match. This match is getting very repetitive. I'm just getting sick of it. And I wouldn't surprise me if they give the title back to Del Rio here. I mean, seriously. They're just flip-flopping the title. They're, playing hot potato with the title right now. And, it just wouldn't surprise me if Del Rio will win here. But the fan in me is going to go with Kalisto. So that's who I'm going to pick to win here. DJ, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts on Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto, I agree. I don't think this match should be on the pre-show. Don't get me wrong, I get it. You want to draw people in. This would be kind of an exciting match to draw people in, especially with Kalisto out there. This would be an exciting match to draw people into the pay-per-view. Hey, I want to go get the network, but I just feel like they could have done something else, another match or something to kind of draw people into the pay-per-view. I feel like I'm hoping this match is going to be good. A lot of times I go into these pay-per-views hoping that they're going to be good, and they usually don't really disappoint me that much. So, I mean, I'm thinking this is going to be a good match, and I feel like Kalisto's going to win, but it's just, and I don't know if we just haven't seen it in a while or if I just can't remember not seeing it in a while, but for some reason it just feels weird to me watching Kalisto come out there in a tag team with the U.S. Championship. For some reason it just seems like it's been dominated by singles guys for so long, and Kalisto just seems like a tag team guy just because he's still in the Lucha Dragons and still doing his thing with them. And plus Sin Cara just got back, so it's kind of weird. I don't really know what the situation is. I don't know if they're gonna maybe have him drop the title and then maybe have the Lucha Dragons win the tag team championships, but I hope he doesn't. I'm kind of liking the singles run. But still, I feel like we've talked about this kind of at the beginning of the year or maybe even the end of last year. There still doesn't feel like there's a real storyline to me in this feud. It's just like, oh, you took my belt. I want it back. Yay. And don't get me wrong, that's good to a point, but Like that's all we've been seeing from the U.S. title and the Intercontinental title picture, and it's just there's just nothing to like draw anyone to it. I don't feel like.
Case.
I like that you have the title. I want the title. Yay! So, what needs to happen, and I've said this multiple times, and WWE has not listened to me, and I don't know why. They need to have Alberto Del Rio win the title and change the title to the Mexican Championship or the Mexican American Championship or something like that. That would be such a classic heel thing to do. And I remember they did that. I think Lance Storm did that with the U.S. title. He changed it to the Canadian Championship or something like that. I think that would be really cool. I think that would be a good kind of heel, thing to do. And then, of course, it would probably bring. Well, no, Cena's injured, but it would bring. It could bring, Jack Swagger into it and have like the American hero, win the title and change it. I know that's something that WWE would do. Not saying that I want him to do that, but I think that it would be cool to see, Alberto Del Rio win the title and do something like that, just to kind of, bring attention back to the title. It's so, like DJ said, there's no real storyline with it. It's so generic that nobody even cares about it anymore. So why do I care about seeing them throw the title back and forth, unless you put something in it that is going to make me go, okay, I want to tune into Raw or I want to tune into SmackDown and watch this. And I think that's something that they could do here. But and then I could see, Kalisto going back to being a tag team with Sin Cara again and maybe go for the titles. Because even the tag team division is they're not really doing much with it. I mean, we don't even, like you said, that we don't even have a tag team championship match on this card. So, yeah.
And real quick, speaking of tag teams, just real quick, if they put the tag team title on the pre-show again on WrestleMania, I'm gonna be really upset as a fan of tag team wrestling in general, because this will be the third year in a row. And I know it's probably going to end up being the Usos and the New Day in some fashion, maybe even a TLC or something like that. I just feel like as much as we think that the Usos have gotten the title too much and whatnot, I just feel like it's disrespectful to them too a little bit, because they've been on the pre-show with the titles for like the past 2 years, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely. I agree there. And, here's what I think is going to happen in this match. See, I think Kalisto's going to get a win, and then Del Rio's going to get a win, and then Kalisto's going to get the final win. So I think it's going to go to all three falls in this match. But, yeah, that's pretty much all to say about that. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is the Intercontinental Championship match. We got the newly Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens, who just won the title tonight on Raw because Stephanie McMahon made Dean Ambrose defend his Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 5-way match, and I think WWE's watching our videos here. I think they're watching our vids because we had ideas about a 5-way match, and this match was very fun, and Kevin Owens won the match, which I really wasn't surprised that he won the match because Dean Ambrose is part of the triple threat match later on in the night. So, it wasn't really surprising that Kevin Owens won, but, I think this match is going to be good. Dolph Ziggler beat Kevin Owens, I think, twice in the last few weeks, so that's pretty much how he got this match here. But I don't really see Kevin Owens losing since he just won it here. So I see Kevin Owens retaining his Intercontinental Championship. But, there's not really much story behind this. There's not really much story behind any of these matches on this show, which it kind of disappoints me. But DJ, what's your thoughts on this?
I was actually surprised that this became a one-on-one match. I expected And I know they just had a 5-way on Raw, but I was expecting not necessarily a 5-way, but just some sort of something with multiple people in it. Just because, like Justin just said, there is no storyline. You know, Dolph Ziggler just happened to like be like right there. I think when Kevin Owens wanted or something like that, and that's why they're having this match. Don't get me wrong, I feel like this is going to be a good match. I was just surprised that it ended up being a one-on-one match. Um, I and I don't know if this is going to happen, but I would love for this to happen. I would love to see, obviously Owens win because he just won the title. So why take it off of him? And I feel like Owens gives a little bit of validity to the title just because of his pedigree and what he's done and whatnot. And I feel like I would love to see Owens win this match. And then I would love to see Sami Zayn come out and say we're not done. We feuded over a title before. And I'm not done with you. Like you're just not gonna, because it feels like Sami Zayn just kind of got punked out a little bit on NXT. He just kind of got powerbombed into the apron, and then Kevin Owens, I'm out, bruh. I'll see you. I don't. I just feel like they. Plus, they brought Sami Zayn up to the main roster for Royal Rumble, so I feel like it would be. They need the talent on the main roster right now anyway because of the injuries. Bring him up and have him feud with Kevin Owens to just kind of continue that feud that we still feel like we didn't get a real finish to. But yeah, I feel like Kevin Owens is gonna win. I hope he wins. Maybe with Kevin Owens as Intercontinental Champion, potential World Champion at some point. Maybe we'll get a pay-per-view in Canada. Canada, I almost said Canada, because I feel like that's been a long time coming since we reviewed No Way Out 2003 today.
Well, I have to say something here for a minute. That'd be a really smart idea, like to have, Sami Zayn come out, during the show. You can have, Kevin Owens is beating up Dolph Ziggler during the match, and then, he's getting ready to powerbomb Dolph Ziggler on the ring apron, and then here comes Sami Zayn, he comes out and attacks Kevin Owens, and then you set up a match for WrestleMania, and that'd be really good, to kind of end that rivalry at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. And, they could do more matches, leading into the summer. I think that'd be really, really smart for them to do that, and hopefully they do. But I just really can't see that happening right now. But like I said, that'd be pretty awesome. Kind of booking that in my head. And actually, there is going to be a show live on the network. It's going to be like a house show. It's going to be like in Toronto, somewhere in Canada. It's going to be like a March to WrestleMania thing.
I saw that. That was funny. It's funny you mentioned that. I saw that on the website today. I was like, they haven't had a show in Canada in a long time. I looked on the website, and then the next show after Fastlane was in Canada. I was like, GG WWE.
But Casey, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are NXT TakeOver Montreal.
NXT TakeOver Dallas.
Or NXT TakeOver Screwjob. I mean, it would end up being. But first of all, why the hell is Kevin Owens not just in the world title picture? Do you know how awesome a feud with Kevin Owens and Triple H would be? Because fucking Kevin Owens would not back down, which would be amazing. But I could see. Because I love Dolph Ziggler, don't get me wrong. But he, at this point in his career, he's kind of, he's one of those guys that gets guys over or, helps push guys. He's not, I don't see him winning the title because, for one, he doesn't need it. And two, they're still trying, they don't even need to build Kevin Owens up anymore. He's already, huge on the main roster. But I could see, obviously, either Kevin Owens is going to retain, or they're going to come out for this match, and all of a sudden it's going to be turned into a triple threat match, and Sami Zayn's going to come out, and Zayn's going to win the title, and it's going to build up to a match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. Yep, that's going to happen.
Okay. And then the next, oh crap, I keep skipping over matches here. And then the next match we're going to be talking about is a Divas tag team match. We have Becky and Sasha Banks versus Naomi and Tamina. DJ, what's your thoughts on this?
Please, 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 WWE, do something with Tamina. I have tried my best to give her a chance. I gave her a feud for the Divas title in my universe mode on WWE 2K15. Please, I just feel like what?
You mean 16?
Well, I actually did in 2K15, but
Oh.
it's frustrating to me because I just like seeing Tamina on my screen right now. It's just annoying because it's like, what are you even doing? You know, she barely wrestles, and when she does, it's kind of in this fashion. Well, she's just there. Might as well throw in, you know. But I'm hoping this match is going to be good. At least 3 of the 4 I feel like are really talented. I feel like Tamina could be really talented, but they don't know what they're doing with her. So, I mean, I think this could be a really good match, but I don't know. I feel like 3 of the 4 of these should be in the Divas title picture and not in this random tag team match. But I feel like Sasha and Becky are gonna win, just because Naomi's practically by herself. It feels like to me. I would love to see Naomi win the Divas title at some point. Just talking future reference at this point, but I just don't know. I don't know if they trust her, or something. Like they try to give her the ball to run with it, and they just don't, like, they won't give her the chance. I'm going with Sasha and Becky though.
Casey.
Half of this match is awesome, and the other half is
Is Naomi and Tamina awesome?
no. Naomi and Tamina are not awesome. No, not at all. Not even in the least.
Is it Eva Marie?
I will cut you. Okay, I will end you.
It's obviously Dana Brooke. She's in this match.
Becky and Sasha, let's move on.
The two picking?
Becky and Sasha, let's move on.
Okay, well, my thoughts on this. I don't really understand this. Like, I think this match is this filler right here. They didn't really know what to do with, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, so they just threw them in a random tag team match against Naomi and
They can't really do anything with Sasha Banks. Literally,
I think, they're pumping the brakes with Sasha Banks versus Charlotte until WrestleMania, 32. Maybe they can have a triple threat at Mania 32. You have Sasha Banks versus Charlotte versus Becky Lynch for the Divas Championship. And then change it to the Women's Championship. I'm tired of them calling it the Divas Championship. I just hate that title so much.
If they were gonna do that though, Justin, they should have did it with Paige. It made so much sense. She's the anti-diva.
Anti-diva. She's an anti-diva. But
Anti's a good word.
Both AJ and Paige wanted to do it, but they wouldn't. WWE wouldn't do it.
But I'm gonna pick Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. So I mean, that's a logical pick. I mean, anybody can. It's just so logical. I mean, this ain't rocket science here. So
yeah, but
moving on.
She got that fist up, though. Look at that. She got that fist up, though. She's like,
yeah. She's like, you guys ain't winning this. Like, but moving on. Next match we're going to be talking about is for the Divas Championship. We got Charlotte with Ric Flair in our corner versus Brie Bella. Oh boy, man, I don't know what to say about this here. I am getting tired of both of these. Like, maybe it's the way they're just booking Charlotte or something. Like, I just don't like her on the main roster. Like, I liked her so much better in NXT. Like, I pretty much like everybody on NXT so much better. So, I mean, And Brie Bella, she's being so sympathetic and stuff because Daniel Bryan and Nikki Bella and Charlotte pretty much came out on Monday Night Raw pretty much saying that you should forfeit the match, go home and be with your husband, and you know go home and help Nikki out, help her with physical therapy. Charlotte was trying to make her forfeit her match tonight on Raw, and Brie Bella, she wasn't having that, and she went right after. She wasn't backing down. She just went right after Charlotte, and I could actually see Brie Bella winning, since the stuff what happened with Daniel Bryan, and with the stuff that happened with Nikki Bella, I could see her actually winning, but I just really don't see that happening. I see Charlotte retain her title and Ric Flair helping out. And another thing I'm getting tired of, I'm getting tired of them having Ric Flair with Charlotte. I'm tired of doing it. This is also getting very repetitive with them too. Ric Flair always helps out Charlotte. I just want Charlotte to do it on her own. Yes, and I know she's the dirtiest diva in the game, but I mean seriously, I'm just tired of Ric Flair helping her out. But DJ, what's your thoughts on this?
Why? Why is this even happening? I just
because
feel
Brie Bella beat Charlotte.
Well, I know. I watched Raw. I think I saw that Raw. I still don't get it though. And now it just feels like it's like a sympathy thing because Daniel Bryan was retiring, so Brie Bella deserves a title shot. I think I've been hearing that she may be retiring soon.
Yeah, I heard about
so
that.
I get it, but I'm just so done with Brie Bella. I mean, I'm all for giving people a chance, but it just feels like to me like they're trying to use so much of what Daniel Bryan was within Brie Bella, and it's annoying to me a little bit. But the Charlotte thing, I don't hate it. Um, I I mean like for what it's worth, I don't hate it. I actually like her a lot as a heel when she gets a chance to really go out there and talk and especially tonight, I felt like on Raw it was a really good. She cut a really good promo on Brie Bella, but I was just annoyed by the whole situation because I just don't. I feel like this match is gonna be good because I mean I feel like Brie Bella is pretty good in the ring, but I just feel like why aren't we having Charlotte versus Sasha or at least some sort of build up to it because it feels like everything like I know we have over a month before Mania comes after Fastlane. But what's the use of this match then? If we all of us, all three of us, feel like it's going to be Sasha versus um, Charlotte at WrestleMania, why is this? Why insert filler match here? I just don't understand it. I feel like they should just be building on that. So then when we get to WrestleMania, it's like, oh, it's a big moment instead of oh, it's the first moment. Especially if you're a main roster fan and not necessarily an NXT fan, you may really get confused about the Sasha Banks Charlotte thing. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. I think it should be a pretty good match. But I feel like Charlotte is going to retain. I do feel like they're setting up Charlotte versus Sasha because why tease it at Royal Rumble if you're not going to do it at WrestleMania? But I'm going with Charlotte.
Casey.
Oh, so many mixed feelings about this match. I've always liked Brie more than Nikki, so in that aspect, I'm okay with it. And I've heard the rumors too that Brie is thinking about retiring with Daniel and all that, that's fine. But I think on one hand it would be cool to have her, even if it was a short title reign, have her win the title. Because then, before she retires, she could get 2 title reigns, and then Nikki would have 2, so they would, kind of both have 2 Divas Championship reigns. That would be cool. But I think if they were going to do that, they should do it, after Mania with whoever is the Divas champion at that point. And just this match should be Sasha or Charlotte versus Sasha to build that up. There's I don't like that this is based off of sympathy for Daniel Bryan. I don't, and again, like I said, I've always liked Nikki or Brie more than Nikki. I always thought she was better in the ring, but I don't like how this is booked. I don't like how the whole Divas Revolution is booked on the main roster in general. They do it so much better in NXT, and it's hard to believe that it's the same company. They do things so drastically different on NXT than they do on the main roster, and it works in NXT, and then they don't do it on the main roster. But yeah, this should definitely be Sasha versus Charlotte. It would be such a better match. It would make sense. I don't know what they're going to do with this after. This is a bad filler match choice.
I agree to one more thing. Like we're talking about how like females like Charlotte and Sasha, for example, kind of were a big part of the Divas Revolution, and it would make so much sense, to on the road to WrestleMania. That's the feud. Like, and WrestleMania is the biggest stage, so why not have the biggest feud to kind of end the Divas? End the Divas Revolution. Why not have that at WrestleMania, or why not have that even going into WrestleMania?
Yeah, definitely agree. Maybe they should have Charlotte versus, Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. That would have been a better match than having this filler
Versus
crap
Bayley?
on here.
Versus Bayley?
Bayley? Well, I don't know. Maybe when she loses the title, but well, they did that with Kevin Owens when he didn't have. Well, he still had the NXT Championship, so you know what? That could have worked, but I just don't really see that happening right now. Bring up Bayley, but
Can they at the very least change the title, the belt?
Yeah, they should change the belts.
Even if they didn't go back to the original one, like even if they had like a new women's title, like that would be fine. But I just feel like they should do something.
Even if they don't change, like if they keep it as the Divas title, at least update the belt, because that's what they usually do with belts. Every 5-6 years, they change up the belts. They do that with the world title.
Or the world title every 1-2 months.
Every 3 days, it's a new title. But I think they need to update it because it's been that stupid butterfly for so long.
Okay, moving on. Next match we're going to be talking about is the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's not for the World Championship.
That doesn't look like the World Heavyweight Championship.
That's the Intercontinental Championship, which, that's an old picture. But this is an Upward Contenders match to face Triple H at WrestleMania for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We got Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose is not your Intercontinental Champion. Just to tell you guys that. And, this match is very, very predictable here. I predict Roman Reigns is going to win this, because, back at, TLC, we saw that, big thing with Triple H and them, having that stare down and stuff and, doing that when Roman Reigns beat him up. That was so predictable back then. And, there could kind of be hope that they could be swerving this with a Dean Ambrose win, but I don't really see that happening, and I don't really think Brock Lesnar needs to win this match here because he's had WWE World Heavyweight Championship before, and I don't think he really needs the title around his waist because he is a big attraction the way he is, so I don't think he really needs it. And, with his schedule he works, I don't really want him doing a part-timer having the title, even though we have a part-timer holding the title right now. And like I said, that'd be pretty cool if Dean Ambrose will win this match and go on to face Triple H at Mania for the championship. But like I said, I can't see that really happening. But I'm going to go with Roman Reigns to win here. DJ.
Yeah, this I think with Ambrose losing, I think it was a good move just to have Ambrose losing. We saw that big face-off that he had with Triple H, so like it wouldn't be like out of the realm of possibility now for Dean Ambrose to win. But I feel like the way they're going with it, Reigns is probably going to win because it kind of brings it back full circle. Reigns beat him up, but hey, Triple H screwed Reigns. Now it's time for Reigns to get the title back at Mania, and then probably end up feuding with Dean Ambrose at some point. It seems like, but yeah, God, please don't let Brock win. That's my only hope. I don't. I mean, I would rather see Justin go in and cash in his imaginary number one contender's Money in the Bank, and I would be happier than Brock winning. But I feel like Reigns is gonna win. Because I feel like he is gonna get the title back at Mania, even though that is kind of weird that it seems like Triple H just won the title, but. I think it's gonna be this should be a pretty good match. I like seeing Brock Lesnar suplex people. It's fun. So I'm going with Reigns. I'm going with Reigns.
Casey.
Well, what's going to happen is Ambrose is going to have his turn. He's going to have his heel turn. He's going to screw Reigns over and win the number one contendership, which is going to set up a triple threat match at Mania for the title. Book it, WWE. Book it.
Book it. Okay, then.
Book it!
Was that?
Oh. No.
No. Actually, there's a few more things I want to talk about before we, get done with this. There might be Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles for another time, to pretty much even the score, because, Jericho, I think it's most likely he is going to accept this match here. So if this match does happen, who are you guys predicting to win this match?
I'm predicting AJ Styles to win. When's the last time Chris Jericho won a big match on pay-per-view? It's been a while. Like I think it might have been Vengeance 2001, to be honest, when he won the title.
I think it was the last time he's won a pay-per-view match was, I think it was SummerSlam 2014.
Huh.
He beat Bray Wyatt.
He hasn't won a lot, so.
Yeah, he hasn't won a lot. He's been pretty much putting over people.
Yeah, I don't see him winning this. I feel like plus it would be good for the redneck rookie to get the win. Don't know why they call him that, but anyway, I think it would be a good thing. I'm still so frustrated about how AJ Styles has never wrestled before. He doesn't deserve to be in WWE, as they keep saying every time he comes out. But AJ.
Because he's from Gainesville, Georgia. I don't. I'm gonna go AJ Styles because that's what Chris Jericho is doing. He's putting him over, and I believe I read an interview or something that said that that's what Chris Jericho at this point in his career kind of wants to do. He wants to help put guys over, and that's what he does it well. He's one of those guys who's really good at putting guys over. So if they do have this match, which I'm pretty sure they will, I'm gonna go with AJ Styles, but then I'm curious what they're gonna do with him at Mania.
Yeah, I'm predicting AJ Styles to do this match, but most likely they will be doing this match. And, I've been hearing rumors that they don't want to let AJ Styles talk because of his accent, since he's from Gainesville, Georgia. He has a southern accent, and, I heard Kevin Dunn doesn't really like his accent very well.
What about good old JR?
Which, I don't know. But, if the boss doesn't like you, that's a bad thing. One of the main guys doesn't like that's a bad thing because that limits you.
Fuck done.
But and I agree with you. Pretty much Chris Jericho is there to put this late in his career is to pretty much put people over. So I see AJ Styles winning if this match happens. Like I said, I pretty much see this match happening. And we might be getting, the Wyatt family versus, Big Show versus Kane versus Ryback. And if that match happens, who you guys predicting to win this?
I hope the ring explodes. No. I don't know. I'm predicting the Wyatts because they're trying to make Braun Strowman look strong and the Wyatts in general. But I'm so done with WWE throwing Bray Wyatt into feuds that don't make sense. Bray Wyatt is so good, like in his feuds. He's had like it seems like 2 feuds over the past 2 years that actually made sense. He had the Cena feud, he had the Taker feud, and he had, I was gonna say the Reigns feud, but I forgot that didn't make sense either. I just feel like there's just not a lot that he's been doing that makes any sense. If there was like a purpose behind it that we like knew or that like we're like trying to figure out, then that would be fine. But it's just, hey, let's throw him in a random feud with Big Show and Kane because they're still around. No.
Casey.
I was reading an article on WrestleMania, and originally, I guess they were planning on having Braun Strowman face Taker, which I think would be awesome, having kind of a rookie, I guess, face Taker, put him over. But then they decided to not do that because they want to keep Strowman, with Bray Wyatt for whatever reason. But if they're just going to do this and continue throwing them into feuds that nobody cares about, I'm done with it. I might, if this match is on the card, I actually might not watch it because I don't care. There's no point to this match. There's no, except to put, the last remaining 2 Attitude Era guys in a match with Goldberg against the Wyatt family. I mean, that's pretty much what this is.
Yeah, definitely agreed. And I think if they do this match, I think the Wyatt family is going to win here because, to this actually give them a win. And this is very random, because, pretty much the Wyatt family's, been taking out Ryback, been taking out Kane, been taking out Big Show, take out them tonight. And, we had the return of, Ryback come back tonight, which he just looked weird in his attire. He didn't have on a singlet, which, Ryback, please wear a singlet. I don't like you wearing I just don't like you in your attire. Just wear your singlet. And, we had King
Goldberg.
No, you know what happened? So,
right.
Bo Dallas and Ryback, they just, they got confused one day. And, and they just didn't switch back. They liked the look. Bo Dallas likes the single look, and Ryback, he likes the trunks look. That's what it is. They like it too much.
I don't like it. He just looks weird wearing the trunk. He just looks like Skip Sheffield too much, which I don't want to be reminded of Skip Sheffield.
You don't like corn-fed meathead?
And we had Kane come back here tonight. He came through the ring, and then they took out the Wyatt family, which, oh man, I'm just tired of seeing Kane and Big Show. They need to retire. And why did Big Show turn heel in this match? I mean, seriously, he's going to turn heel for like the 1 millionth time. I'm seriously, but I'm not looking forward to this match. If this match happens, this match will probably be my piss break. Like, no joke, this match will be my piss break of the night if this match happens. But yeah, that is all of the Fastlane matches. And let me quit screen sharing this here.
What are you doing?
What'd you say? And don't forget to follow the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast on on our Twitters. Both all of our Twitters are down there. Don't forget to subscribe to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, which the link is down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe on my channel also. Just one little subscribe, that's all it takes. And we're gonna let Casey end it how he always ends it.
I'm starting to like when Justin hosts because he knows how to close a video. He knows that Michael Tarver and Skip
He knows how to
Sheffield
get people to click off the video.
and Derek Bateman would all agree. Salute to you on the flippity dippity. Yep. Skip Sheffield, he used to say, yep. Bye.